So for those of you that are familiar with Explorer, to print a check on a voucher, you select it for payment, process that batch, print the check, and process that batch. It's more efficient now. You can just click on print check, and it's going to do all that behind the scenes for you. So this is really good if you have a one-off check you want to print. The thing you could do similarly is convert it to a hand check. Let's say you made the payment, but you didn't print the check out of MDS. So that would be a hand check. Maybe you did an online transfer or literally did write a hand check or some sort of payment that wasn't a printed check. So then you can convert it into a hand check right from here. There's also a dedicated hand check screen. So you could just add it initially as a hand check. Could also print your barcode from here, and that's for users of rapid file imaging. If you needed a barcode for this voucher, you could print it out and stick it on there and then scan it in later. Similarly, when you add a voucher, you could be in a mode where it automatically prints your barcode for you right after you add the voucher, which I'm going to be adding momentarily as well. So I'm going to click on New Voucher, where we add a voucher or invoice. Pick the company, or you could allocate to multiple companies. Pick your vendor. You could search by the code if you know the code, but more likely you know the name. So just type in the name and you'll find it. Fill in the amounts, invoice number if you have one. Put any notes that you want. Allocate it to your GL accounts. So when you are doing this, you can search by your accounts. And then you also have this nice label over here to show you the type of account. So let's say you have a rental income and a rental expense. If you search for rent, they're all going to come up, but at least you can make a much more educated decision on which one to use. You're probably not going to use an asset or an income. You're probably going to grab an expense, but this will help you make that decision a lot easier. When you're adding a voucher, you could, if you want, link it to an occupant. And that allows you to do certain things, such as add chargeback. So maybe you want to charge them back for this invoice. Maybe it's a co-op condo. You could add the chargeback information in here as a process where you could print the chargeback letter out, send it off to them, and then actually charges the tenant, puts a charge on the record, and links it to the voucher. You could add equipment. So let's say this voucher is because we're buying a new fridge for the unit and you want to keep a record of that fridge on file. So you can click add equipment and then fill in all the details. If there's any work orders on file, you could link it to a work order. Also, if the vendor is an attorney, then there'll be another box here linked to legal case, and you can pick any legal case. So that allows you to easily pull up a list of all the vouchers applicable to a certain legal case. For now, I'm going to click on save, and now we have an open voucher, and I can keep adding vouchers if I want. Maybe I have a whole pile of vouchers for this particular company, so now I can just tab right through it. Same with the vendor, and you leave it blank and he uses what you used last time.